Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. Today we have another episode of my top sports cards investments of the week. If you are new to the series, I like to go through a few of my top investment picks for the current week. Last video I got a request to do a couple long-term plays as well, so in this video I'm going to include one long-term play as long as a couple short ones as well, like usual. Also, if you're new to the channel, please hit that like button, and if you would, consider subscribing. It really helps out a lot. Anyways, let's get into the video. My first short-term pick of the week is going to be Trey Young on the Atlanta Hawks. I think Trey Young has a really good short-term investment potential. When looking at his select card and his Prism card right here, as you can see, both of them saw a fairly high demand towards the start of the season. The Prism topping out at around $800 here for his PSA 10, his select concourse right around $500. If you know me, I like the select cards a lot better usually in investment opportunities, mainly because of the population number right here. The select has 848 right now, and the Prism PSA 10 has 8,800. So for a tenth of the population count, I think that select is a better play in my opinion. It didn't have as much of a ceiling, but if people start preferring select over Prism in the short-term future, then select can definitely see a huge increase. And if you take a look at the Hawks standings in the Eastern Conference right now, they're right in there with the 6th seed, but if you look at seeds 4 through 8 and even at the Pacers, they're all within 2 games of each other. So the Eastern Conference playoff race is really going to heat up here in the next few weeks, and I think the Hawks, they have really good potential with Trey Young leading the helm to really help them string along a few wins, and as long as they get a pretty good seed right around 5 to 7 or so, I think they can really have some good potential with even winning a playoff series. So I think leading up to the playoffs, a lot of ultra-modern basketball cards are going to see that rebound after the decline from the start of the season. And with that being said, I like Trey Young as one of my short-term picks. My next investment pick for this week is going to be Victor Oladipo, more specifically his 2013 Prism rookie card, PSA 10. I like this card a lot. Now usually I don't like to include players that got recently traded. He was traded to the Heat from the Rockets, and I think going to the Heat is a very good situation for him, so even though he saw a massive increase from the trade, I think if you could get his card around 2 to 225 or so, especially if you can work in a trade, I think that would be a very good opportunity to make money in the short term. Because if you look at the Heat in the Eastern Conference, they're sitting in the 8th seed right now. But like I said with the Hawks, all of the 4 seed through 8 seed teams in the Eastern Conference, they're all within a game or two of each other. So I think with the Heat acquiring Oladipo, that's going to really take them over the top, and they can put together a nice win streak. And I think they can set themselves up for a 4 seed, 5 seed, even a 6 seed. And if they're right around there, they might have a really good shot at a series playoff win. So Victor Oladipo, I think, is a really good short-term investment play. So for my last play of the week, we're going to be taking a look at a long-term play. This one is going to be a little bit more of a long-winded explanation, mainly because it's not dealing with a specific player, but rather I'm looking at a specific set in football. And that set is going to be 2012 Prism, more specifically quarterbacks PSA 10s. I think that 2012 Prism for football is highly undervalued. I think this set is really good for long-term play, especially if you take a look at the high-profile quarterbacks like your Aaron Rodgers, your Tom Brady's, even your Russell Wilsons. Russell Wilson is a little bit of an anomaly, mainly because 2012 was actually his rookie season. So it being his rookie season, his cards compared to like Brady's or Rodgers, Russell Wilson's card for Prism 2012 is going to be a lot more valuable because it's his rookie card. But why I'm looking at the 2012 Prism football set is because if you take a look at the 2012 Prism basketball set for PSA 10s, the prices are absolutely crazy. Prism is usually highly regarded as the premier set for both basketball and football, so it doesn't really make sense to me why 2012 Prism basketball PSA 10s are so much more valuable than footballs. If you look here, even your Anthony Davis, your Kawhi Leonards, like your top 5, top 10 players currently, even those players' prices are just crazy. If you look at Anthony Davis, $2,100 last sold, $3,100 for Kawhi Leonard, Damian Lillard, $1,850, Kyrie Irving, $1,650, even Jimmy Butler, who's probably not a top 10 player, but definitely in that next tier, top 20 probably. Even his card, $657, Bradley Beal, $809, Klay Thompson, who hasn't even played in like a year and a half, $1,200, LeBron James, $1,890, highest profile player in the sport right now, arguably. So looking at Tom Brady's 2012 Prism PSA 10, easily the greatest of all time, as much as that pains me to say. I really hate Brady. A little bit of a side note there, but anyways, Tom Brady, easily the highest regarded player in the NFL today still, maybe next to Mahomes, but his 2012 Prism card, it's valued right around $800. That doesn't really make sense to me why his 2012 Prism PSA 10 is only around $800 when you look at LeBron James's at $1,890. I feel like that's vastly undervalued, especially looking at the population counts. 172 for Brady's, only 42 for Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers is only sitting at $300. So I think if you're looking at the Hall of Fame caliber quarterbacks like Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers, you can even throw Russell Wilson in there because he's probably going to have at least 4 or 5 more years of high caliber play. Russell Wilson will definitely be in the Hall of Fame conversation once his career is over. And with Russell Wilson, with him being his rookie year in 2012, I think he has one of the biggest potentials as long as Prizm can stay king in both basketball and football. So guys, that's going to do it for this week's episode of my top sports cards investments of the week. Just a little bit of a recap. The top 3 plays for this week are going to be Trey Young, Victor Oladipo, and the 2012 Prizm football set for quarterbacks, PSA 10s. Please let me know down in the comments any of your guys' investment picks for the week. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. I like to try to stick to basketball and football because those definitely seem to be the hottest sports right now. Football is almost always hot just because it's a year-round thing. When you got NFL offseason, you got free agency, you got the draft coming up. So definitely in the next couple of weeks, I'll try to get some more football picks for you guys because I think leading up to the draft, it's going to be a very good opportunity to make some short-term money. And definitely with the long plays, I'll try to look a little more iconic players or any safe picks that I have. Usually long-term picks, you don't really care if they make too much money in the short term, obviously. So you want to look for safer picks. So I'll definitely be researching more of those, maybe include 1 or 2 of those each week. So anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share my videos for any future sports card content. Anyways, I'm out.